Arch of the aorta, arteries out to the extremities, the upper extremities, and up to the head and back via their veins. So if this is the arch of the aorta, the first branch would be the brachiocephalic artery. Then we had the left common carotid, which you can see it go all the way up into the neck. And then we had the left subclavian artery. So given that on this side the person is rotated, they internally rotated their hand, I'm going to go out this way onto the right side because they're in anatomical position. But we have the same vessels on the right and on the left. So we're going to follow the brachiocephalic artery. That gives off a right common carotid artery, continues as a right subclavian artery. When we get to the glenohumeral joint, this region in here would be a nice example of a right axillary artery. As it parallels the humerus, this would be the brachial artery or the right brachial artery. Bifurcates when it gets below the elbow. Thumb side is the radius, so this would be the radial artery, thus our radial pulse. And on the left side, the right ulnar artery here. Veins coming back, right radial vein, left radial vein. Running obliquely is the right median cubital vein. We're going to use this as an example of the right brachial vein. Technically, this is it here, but instructors often just point to this one. I probably won't ask you that because it's a little of contention as to which one it is. It really should be this one that got cut as a nub. Then we travel into the axilla, so we'd have an right axillary vein, and then we have the right subclavian vein. It merges with the jugular vein here of the neck. That would be the right jugular. Those two form the right brachiocephalic vein. And when the right brachiocephalic vein merges with the left brachiocephalic vein, it forms the superior vena cava. Up to the head and back, we have carotid arteries, right common carotid artery, left common carotid artery. We go up in arteries, again, branch off to various and multiple arteries. Recollect in veins, we have jugular veins, left jugular vein, right jugular vein. And that takes us back to the right atrium. But do use that other lungs on a model lab for those brachiocephalics for me because it lets them be much larger instead of being a little region here. It makes this right brachiocephalic vein a little larger to distinguish from each other. Okay?
Thank
and then
you.
we'll move on to below that in the next segment.